welcome to Dakman Productions, and welcome to Consolidated Rail. And this is going to be a podcast on my Tennessee vacation trip. So, even though, for those of you who don't know, I was in the G-Scale from 2000 to 2015, decided to get out of G-Scale, got back in the O-Gauge because there's more choices of trains, of road names, and rolling stock that I wanted. But I still, you just don't throw that away and throw your friends away that you made along the line. So, I still like G-Scale or G-Gauge. So I still go to these open garden railway tours and stuff like that. So in 2020, due to COVID, the National Garden Railway Convention in Tennessee was postponed until 2021. And that's when I decided to take a trip to Tennessee. Why not? For a week. So my first stop was the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum, or TVR. So my first stop was the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum in Chattanooga, where I met Ravenhawk 6910 in the flesh. And what a character. He always makes me laugh, and it was a great meet. It's good to meet other YouTube channels in person. I've been watching his videos for quite some time. He does great narration. He does great reviews. He's genuine and honest. And I don't know. He's just down to earth. I just instantly liked his content when I ran across it, and I've been watching it since. So it's not unusual for other YouTube channels to watch each other because we create different and unique content from each other. And then it was a good meet. So first things first, when I first arrived in Chattanooga, I was supposed to co-host me and Mr. Pictavid's live show called the Large Scale Consolidated Live Show Saturday night, and then Ravenhawk 6910 called me up and said, "Hey, I'll offer you my studio because the hotel Wi-Fi sucks." And I said, "Well, why not? That's a no-brainer. I get to visit Ravenhawk 6910 studios." So I did, and I got there, and he has some amazing O-Gauge trains. I mean, I was just blown away with what he's got. I got some film footage and cameras working stuff in there. So yeah, he ran a couple things for me, and of course, while I was there, I had to see his Vision Line GG1 run, the Conrail Bicentennial. And that was pretty nice, and I kept eyeing it up. He's like, "No, don't even think about it. How about no?" And he cuts me short. It's just funny. But yeah, I did the, so he had, I was able to use his equipment to do the podcast. Right there at the Ravenhawk 6910, I was streaming live on the Large Scale Consolidated Live Show. At the Ravenhawk 6910 studio, so that was cool. And then the next day, we went, and that was Friday, or Friday night, and Saturday, that was Saturday night, and then Sunday we went to Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum together, and we rode the train together, and he basically narrated a video. Can you narrate a video while I'm padding around the yard? He said, "Sure, why not?" So I'm going down around the yard, and he's talking about different things and different trains and what they are. And that was cool to have him there for that, and I thank him for that. And in the end, I'm like, "Oh, thanks for doing the narrating." He says, "No problem, it's $40. I'm like, "Oh, I don't know about $40. I don't have $40. I said, "Well, maybe I'll ask my viewers for it." And he's like, "Okay, put in a hashtag, Ravenhawk needs his 40s. And then he's like, hopefully they'll send me an SD40 instead. I'm like, I don't think that's going to happen. But it's such a good time. Oh my God, he makes me laugh. At any rate, so yeah, we did some on-location photo shooting and video of the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. So I'll be putting together 1 or 2 videos of that. So check out the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. It's online. It's a cool place to visit. If you're visiting an area, stop in there. It's well worth it. And then after that, Monday I drove up to Nashville, Tennessee, which is 2 hours from Chattanooga. And there wasn't much going on because it was Memorial Day, but there's a place called Lane Auto Museum in Nashville, Tennessee that was open. So I decided to visit there because I do like cars. I was in the car show hobby for 10 years, so I knew I would probably enjoy that place. And that place had some obscure, off-the-wall name cars. If you're looking for that car name you've never heard of before, they probably will have it. A lot of stuff I did recognize in there. You know, a lot of it was foreign power, British cars, Italian cars. So yeah, there's a lot of neat different things you would not usually see at most of your museums. So I'll post a link to the photo album on the Dakman Productions Facebook page so you guys can see that if you like cars. And then Tuesday is when the official National Garden Railway Convention tour starts. So for those who are not familiar with the NGRC, or National Garden Railway Convention, that's a convention that's usually held for a week, and there's garden railway layouts at people's private homes that they'll open up for a one-day tour. And you have to drive to these places. Now, the convention does offer bus rides at a fee, but for me, I don't think I get a lot of film time or camera shooting time if I was to ride the bus. So I opted to drive to these places. But anyway, you come on location and they welcome you, and you get to see their garden railway layout on display, and the trains are running. So that, and then at the end of the week is when you have a convention hall located somewhere close by to those places. We'll have vendors selling trains and other clubs on display as well. So that's what the NGRC is all about for those who are not familiar. And it's a big G-scale or R-scale event for the G-scale community. And it's a real big deal. But on Tuesday is when the first day for the open house tours, where you go to people's homes and you do the filming. So I did Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Unfortunately, Wednesday there was a lot of rain, so I didn't get a lot of film footage per se, but thanks to Ken Miller, who is one of the guys running that show, he allowed me or invited me to come over to his place Tuesday night because we knew the weather was going to be bad. And him and volunteers and even myself got together and we put his layout together Tuesday night for shooting video and photos. And I thank him and I thank the volunteers and for making that happen. So I get some kind of photo and videos of it. And then, but Wednesday, it wasn't a very good day, but, a couple guys, stuck with it. A couple layouts stuck with it, and they were still running trains. So it was cool. And then we move on to Thursday. That Thursday was the last day of the Open Garden Railway Tour. and then at 2 o'clock it closed, and then you went to Convention Hall. So I was at Convention Hall from 2 to 5 on Thursday, and I was there all day Friday. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff on video, so please be patient. One thing I will ask people is please do not ask me for addresses or locations, because I will not give them to you. I respect the privacy of people who are on my videos and their homes, and I will not give you any location other than they're in Nashville, Tennessee, and then that's it. I do not give specific addresses for any of those places as per the Dakman Productions privacy clause. So that's one thing I will not do. But at any rate, so I got to visit these 3 layouts. And then at the end, I went to Convention Hall, and USA Trains was there, Pico was there, so there was a couple major vendor or manufacturers there. LGB/Markland was not there. Bachman was being represented by Star Hobby, so technically they weren't there, or Star Hobby just set up a booth for them. And no, the Dash 9 was not on display. There was no Dash 9 on display, for those who were wondering. USA Trains did have their F7 on display. That was kind of cool. And that was neat. So it was a fun-filled trip. And then on the way home, and then I said, hey, why not stop at the Virginia Museum of Transportation? So I stopped in there, and that was a neat place too. If you like trains, not only do you have trains on display there, but you have a live Norfolk Southern rail yard right behind it, so you get to see trains all day long while you're looking at trains. So that's cool. So there's a lot of neat stuff. While I was there, I did meet another new YouTuber. He's been out for a couple years, 2 or 3 years, he was telling me. Trainman1215. He started a railfan YouTube channel. He's doing a couple model videos, but he tries to focus on rail fanning. And he was there on location. So I got to meet another YouTube channel, so that was kind of cool. So check him out. He's getting started. Subscribe to him. So why not support each other, right? And then while I was there, I decided, and I'm sure you guys seen the my Facebook post, but I decided, hey, why not video bomb the virtual railfan camera in Roanoke, Virginia on YouTube? And I did. And I posted a picture or a screenshot photo of me turning around at the virtual railfan camera in Roanoke, Virginia on YouTube and waving to everybody. And one of my viewers actually saw me doing that. He just happened to be watching at the time. So I thought that would be like kind of, hey, here's Dakman Productions right here on the virtual railfan Roanoke, Virginia live cam. So, you know, you gotta have fun on your trips. So I said, heck yeah, why not? I think I was there about 10 minutes on video before they finally zoomed me out and focused on the trains, but that's fine. But I still got my 5 minutes of fame, I guess they say. Not that I would call it fame, but anyway, so please be patient when it comes to my videos. I have a 12-hour card, and it's just about full. So it's going to take quite some time to go through all that video footage, edit it, and get it out there. A lot of time. So how I'm going to do this so I don't get confused and it doesn't get overwhelming, I'm going to upload videos in the order of how I took my trip. So the first video will be the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. Then the next, I'll probably get like 2 videos out of that. We'll see how that goes. And then the National Guard and Railway Convention, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I already let Ken Miller know that he is getting his own separate video because it was just so massive and beautiful. There was no way I could fit that in with everybody else. And then I will have a convention hall video, the NGRC Convention Hall video. And then lastly, the video from the Virginia Museum of Transportation. So I got a lot of stuff to put up. But I know what everybody's asking. What did Dakman Productions buy? Or did Dakman Productions buy anything? Hold on. So, at the National Guard and Railway Convention Hall, these where the vendors were at, they did allow other scales to be there for sale. So I decided, I've seen trains there, and I have dealt with them before. I've always had good luck with them. I know what some people are saying, but I've had pretty good luck with them. And so I decided to stop in our booth. And I'm looking around, and I met the guy who actually runs the show there, and he offered me I could do a video tour through there if I'm ever through Georgia, because that's where they're based out of. And so that was cool. So if I'm ever in Georgia, I'll probably take him up on that. But so he asked me how my purchases were, and I talked to him. I said so far they've always been packed good, and never really had a problem. And so far to date, everything I've gotten was as they said it was. So I've seen all of this stuff sitting there, and he goes, "Well, are you looking for anything specific?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm looking for MTH Premier Jersey Central passenger cars." Because I pre-ordered a Lionel Central New Jersey Camelback, but I'd like to have those to go with it. He goes, "I don't have anything in MTH, but I think I have Lionel. I think I have them in Lionel Legacy F3s." And I'm thinking, there's no way. He's probably thinking the Alco FAA set, which is like a semi-scale set, and I didn't really want them. I wanted the Legacy F3. Sure enough, he pulls out a box, and it says Jersey Central Lines F3 AA set. And I was blown away. I'm like, I didn't even see these listed on your eBay website. He says, we didn't even have a chance to catalog them in yet. And I'm like, wow. So we reached the deal. He gave me a discount at the show. And I walked away with a set that I wanted back in 2015. But since I was just starting out, I couldn't afford them. So we had the Jersey Central Lines F3 AA locomotive set that was made in 2014, the tangerine and orange set. So let's get these out. And we'll get these on the track. And we'll take a look at them. Alright, so I was so excited to have this set. I put it on my track. I couldn't get the program, so I decided to try it on my conventional track. And it seems to be DOA, dead board. The only thing it is doing is the number boards are lighting up, and that's it. No cab lights, no headlight, nothing else. So I'm going to say, Trains bought this out of a collection that basically it's got a dead board on. I noticed it was on No Odyssey, so I'm guessing somebody ran it on a conventional transformer. Probably an old school ZW that burned it up. When it comes to these new electronics, you shouldn't be running a Lionel ZW. So at least he did tell me up front that, you know, it was untested. But if I had a problem, I could send it back or get my money back. So this would be like a to be continued. I know people are saying, well, that's a big disappointment, or it should have been tested. But, you know, he did tell me up front, and I accepted that. So let's see what Trains wants to do and how much trouble this is going to be. I got to decide whether I want it fixed or if I just want my money back. But, you know, am I upset? No, because he told me it was untested. I accepted that. And am I disappointed? Yeah, I really wanted this set. So, if it's reasonable enough, maybe, you know, I can have him fix it. I don't know what he wants to do. But, you know, we'll see. And this will be a to be continued video, and we'll go from there. Alrighty. Once again, thank you for watching Dakman Productions podcast, and stay tuned for videos, and we'll catch you guys later.